What's up, class? Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, world. What's kicking? Oh, that's right. Us. And we got stuff that's gonna blow your mind.
The three of us set out on a journey to find out how bad YouTube actually is. Because see, we thought YouTube was stuff like this.
We looked at the top 9 channels of YouTube, each of us studying 3 of them, and we set out to prove that they were all crappy quality.
The areas we looked into were things like lighting, shot composition, editing, audio, visual effects, and storytelling.
So we arrived at each one of these categories based on our education in the production option. We felt that the best way to truly judge each one of these YouTube channels was to hold it to our standards as almost experts in the field of media production, and also as contenders for these top YouTube channels.
We divided the 9 channels logically between the 3 of us for analyzation.
So our first channel comes to you from Boom. So Ray William Johnson is the #1 subscribed channel on YouTube with nearly 5.5 million subscribers.
What's up, guys? So our first video comes from this dude who's just awesome, and he has something great to say to you.
He puts out a twice-weekly Tosh.0 style show called Equals 3, and it's actually pretty good. He makes a lot of jokes looking at 3 separate web videos, usually viral videos, and he just makes fun of the people in them.
This first video is actually someone's vacation footage, and I guess this group of friends saw some elephants in the jungle, and they decided to get a little too close. Solid right hook, Manny Pachyderm. Now I like this video because it illustrates exactly how dumb human beings can be. If you see an elephant out in the middle of nowhere, don't go and f with it.
I don't know, it's shot really well. They only have 1 camera angle, so you can't really screw that up. But, they have a laugh twice a week, and it's really consistent. At first, I found his cool transition that you see in every single one of his episodes to be a bit like preset bullshit. But he uses it so much that it's actually become kind of a trademark thing, and it's consistent, so it works within his style. And I would have to say that Ray William Johnson actually doesn't fit our hypothesis. The #1 channel on YouTube is actually pretty quality.
At #2 on our countdown, we have Nigga Higga. This channel was started by a guy named Brian Higga, and really it's just him and his friends getting together and having fun.
Oh,
close.
Hey guys, I actually have to head out right now. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah,
I love you, man.
Love you, bro.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Love you, man.
I love you.
This channel, as far as the production quality of everything goes, is really hit and miss. There's some videos that are just awesome, great production quality. And there are some where it's just terrible lighting and low quality camera work and everything.
Today I'm going to be teaching you how to beat makeup. But before we do that, you see these wrinkles, you see these bags? Well, we don't need either of these anymore. We're doing makeup.
Kind of just a mix mash of all that kind of stuff. Overall, this channel goes against our hypothesis. It holds up in quality most of the time, and it just provides great entertainment.
The 3rd most subscribed to channel on YouTube is Smosh. The comedy duo behind Smosh got their first viral hit back in 2005 with their fan-made video to the Pokemon theme song.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause.
And that, along with many of their other earlier videos, it's clear that the production quality was lacking. But it was consistent with the type of content they were going for, humorous fan videos. It was very accessible, and it really worked. Over the years, the style has remained fairly the same, but the production quality has greatly increased. Their more modern videos have fantastic lighting, editing, and especially visual effects. The humor remains a tad odd sometimes, but is so consistent with the way that it's shot that the videos just totally work in an overall sense. Thus, I would say disproving our hypothesis.
Number 4 on our list was Machinima. Machinima is kind of an oddball as far as these channels go because they don't produce a lot of their own original content. They just sponsor other channels that produce content about video games, which is kind of their mainstay. So they have everything from news programs to just fan fiction stuff. And it all ranges in quality from people who just bought a camera like, hey brother, this would be funny, to people who are dead serious trying to create legitimate news shows, which the news shows are stunningly fantastic. And all this content just kind of comes together and unites all video gamers and allows them a single place to find it. All in all, I'd say it disproves our theory overall because most of the stuff is quality work.
The 5th most subscribed channel on YouTube, with over nearly 3 million viewers, is Freddie W, or Freddie Wong as he's known. And he's a cinematic director, all about action, guns, hot chicks, explosions, and awesome. Freddie is a cinematic filmmaker who's all about focusing his energy into making incredibly high-quality visual effects. Lighting is always employed in his videos, and unlike any of the other stuff that I watched, it's actually to show mood rather than just show what's going on. Everything is sequenced, everything is properly stabilized, and the visual effects are really awesome. So overall, I would say Freddie has completely surpassed my expectations for YouTube quality.
Shane Dawson often dresses up in women's clothes for comedic effect. I don't think it's funny. In fact, it's really a drag. But seriously, Shane Dawson TV, the 6th most subscribed to channel on YouTube, is a character comedy video blog in which Shane Dawson himself plays many of the characters in different costumes and things.
Do you think you're a good person?
Well, of course I do, silly Willy.
Who are you?
I'm Gladys, your next door neighbor. Want a homemade pie?
The overall production quality of the channel isn't bad, but it is kind of flawed. Because he plays most of the characters himself, when he intercuts between them, it can be kind of jarring, especially when many of the shots have similar composition. Some segments of certain episodes do stand out as being particularly well shot, only to find out that they were guest directed by other internet famous groups, which is interesting enough in itself. But the typical episode of Shane Dawson TV is held back by the loose editing around the dialogues, which really drags the pace, putting it in what you would feel is more of a typical YouTube style. And on the whole, I believe this channel helps to prove our hypothesis.
Ranking in at number 7, with 2.7 million subscribers, is College Humor. And it's exactly what it sounds like, college humor. The short skits done cinematically, sometimes, for comedy. From a production standpoint, College Humor has always been on their A game. They've always had consistent lighting, the majority of their videos are sequenced and cinematic, and they've always employed some great special effects. Generally, it's got good writing too. The one drawback to College Humor is that YouTube isn't its primary market. CollegeHumor.com has been around a lot longer than YouTube, and I would almost say that it's not really YouTube content. Overall, I would say that College Humor actually defeats our hypothesis. It's great content, and it's pretty funny.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost to the end. At number 8 in our list, Jenna Marbles. Jenna Marbles is a girl who literally sits in front of her computer on her webcam and talks about whatever she feels like that week. It's actually kind of entertaining. She likes to play at a lot of stereotypes that are put towards women and different people, and she blows them up to be these huge things and is just very sarcastic about it. And I personally think she proves a lot of good points. However, the production is just not there. The camera's low quality, the audio's low quality. She doesn't use any type of transitions or cool visual effects or anything like that. It's literally her sitting there with her 2 dogs talking. Overall, she pretty much proves our original hypothesis.
The 9th most subscribed to channel on YouTube is Real Annoying Orange. Now, Real Annoying Orange is a kind of animated show featuring a talking orange and his other food friends with digitally mapped faces on them.
Oh no! My motorboat ran out of gas! It's about time. Yeah. Good thing it runs on solar power.
And it makes the exact same noise? Really?
The technicality of the animation is fantastic, but other than that, there's really not a whole lot of production value to be judged. The skill needed to pull off the animation is very impressive, but the writing of the show is very strange. And this clash between the interesting visuals and the pandering jokes is where much of the fault lies. If you watch it for the unique animation, it's very impressive, but if watched for any other reason, it falls to standard YouTube cliches, kind of proving our hypothesis.
So in the end, we found out that 6 of the 9 channels disproved our hypothesis.
Which is really encouraging, actually. It's good to know that people still appreciate good quality content, production-wise.
We found some really interesting stuff. Almost every single one of these content producers have sub-channels where they talk about, the things they want to do or show behind-the-scenes stuff, and, they've got their own little side projects. And the other cool thing we found is that almost every single one of these top 9 channels works together, like they all live in the same kind of like neighborhood. It's real cool to see that. So overall, again, we totally screwed up and our hypothesis was completely wrong. But there is a distinct style on YouTube that is bad quality, and it's easy to find, and it's really loud. But overall, the top content is still pretty good. So I guess that's a wrap.
Yeah,
Cool.
I guess it is. Yeah.
Awesome.